Let's move forward. चलते हैं उत्तर की तरफ, एक उड़ान भरते हैं उड़ीसा की ओर. I am thrilled to invite dynamic Odia team to showcase the celestial word of Lord Jagannatha.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Abhishek Routray and I'm from Odia Society of Singapore, OSS. And today, on behalf of OSS, I would like to present to you what Odisha and the language of Odia really means to us through the lens of Puri Jagannath. I hope you can give me best attention, and later on we have a few dance performances for you as well. To begin with, I'd like to give you guys a short introduction of the Odia language itself. It has its roots from approximately 11th century, and it coincides with what we believe to be the formation of the modern Puri Jagannath in Puri district of Odisha state. Yeah, so I and us at OSS, we truly believe that the language of Odia is intertwined with the story of Jagannath and the story of Puri itself. So I'm just going to give you guys a brief history of how Puri came to be built, and I'll delve into a bit of Odia verse here and there. So, and I'll give you guys the English translation in between. Yeah, thank you. भक्ति और विश्वासर ठाकुर ओडियार मौड़ मणि जगतर नाथ जगन्नाथ जगतर नाथ प्रभु जगन्नाथ चरण कमल रे कोटि प्रणाम प्रभु जगन्नाथ परिवार समस्त सदस्य मानक प्रणाम. So in the family of Jagannath, actually we can draw many parallels with the more commonly known Krishna family. So for example, in Jagannath family we have obviously Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra. So I'll just give you guys an Odia verse into like the placement of these deities usually on the disc of time itself. आगरे बलभद्र मझिरे सुभद्रा शेषरे जगन्नाथ सृष्टि चक्र रे अति सुंदर भावरे बसचंती तिनी मूर्ति. So Balabhadra, who is often likened to the deity of Shiva, the Lord of Destruction, sits at the front. In the middle we have Subhadra Mata, who is likened to creation or Brahma, and at the back Sheshare we have Jagannath, who is likened to Krishna and the regulator of sorts. So they are sitting on this cosmic disk of time, and they are regulating everything that happens in our world. I would also like to give you guys a brief history into how the Puri Jagannath temple was actually built. So I'll just go off into Odia verse, and I hope you guys will be able to understand it. विश्वकर्मा राजा इंद्रदुम्न को कहले मूर्ति निर्माण समय रे द्वार बंद रहिबा. So actually Vishwakarma was tasked to build the new deities in the Jagannath temple, and he built this with the Daru tree, the tree which is called Daru, and the idols were carved from it. So he told the king Raja Indradumna to not enter the room as he was carving the deities. However, after a few days, the Raja's queen, his wife, actually got curious, and she requested him to kindly just open the door and check on what Vishwakarma is doing. द्वार खोलिला परे विश्वकर्मा देखी पाइलेनी आकाश रु शून्य बाणी हला प्रभु राजा को मंदिर निर्माण पाई कहले ये तिनी मूर्ति सेही मंदिर रे रहिबो. So when the king actually, the curiosity killed the cat. So the king opened the door, and when he saw Vishwakarma was not there, all that was left were 3 incomplete statues without the arms and legs. So, and then after that, he heard a voice from the heavens that urged him to build a temple in honor of the deities. The king was quite awed by all this, and he also requested for a boon of not having any children, so that he could actually devote all his time and effort towards maintaining the temple for years to come. The Lord also addressed his wife, Rani Gundicha. Prabhu Rani Gundicha को कहले मु वर्षरे थरे एठिके आसीबी जागु यबेटु गुंडिचा मंदिर कुआजिबो. रथ यात्रा समय रे मौसी घरे गुंडिचा मंदिर को जाई मु पोड़ा पिठा खाइबी. So essentially, I'm sure we've all heard of the Rath Yatra, world famous Rath Yatra will take place at Puri Jagannath once a year. So the Lord actually told Rani Gundicha, who was very upset about this revelation that the statues would be incomplete, that he would leave the temple once a year to actually come to her house, in a sense, which would later be known as Gundicha Temple, to come and eat Poda Pitha, which is a Odia delicacy. So this festival later came to be known as Ratha Yatra, and the chariot which the Lord and his two siblings arrives in is called the Nandi Ghosha. So the purpose of both Indradyumna and Gundicha's life eventually just became to serve the Lord, and they have built the temple that we know that is Odisha is known for today. So now I'd like to delve into some of the stories in the future where devotees came to really have their own interactions with the Lord through various means. So there was this son of a Persian king. His name was Salah Bega. That has been Hinduli romanticized. So Salah Bega, he may have been a Muslim by birth, but through actions, we could very much make the claim that he was more of a Hindu, because his love for Jagannath made him travel 700 kilometers just to get a glimpse of him during the Rath Yatra festival. He once sang, Satakosha Duru, Jaina Parai Muhi, Mojba Jai, Nandi Ghosha Thibarahi. What this means is that, oh Lord, I have traveled 700 kilometers just to come and see you. Please do not take a step forward without me reaching there. So essentially he was imploring the Rath Yatra to kind of be put on hold until he could make it there and get a glimpse of his beloved Lord. And Salabega Puri no Ponchala Pachanta, Nandi Ghosha Prabhu Jagannath, Aguku Gale Nahi. So until Salabega didn't reach the temple, the chariot actually refused to move, and eventually when he did reach there, the Rath Yatra festival commenced. Aji Ghare Ghare Loko Mane Salabega Rachit Bhajan Ganti. So Salabega also composed his own set of hymns dedicated to the Lord Jagannath, and these are sung in every Odia household to date. And this can only be done through the means of the Odia language, hence showing why the language of Odia and Jagannath temple and Jagannath himself are intertwined and form the rich tapestry of Odisha. Now I'll move on to the story of Dasya Bauri. So Dasya, as everyone knows from Hindi, just means servant, like female servant. And Dasya Bauri ko samaja anya chakhyaru dekhe, karana se uchcha jatiru nuhe. So because of a low caste, she was looked at as inferior by society, and she wasn't actually allowed to enter the temple back then. So she sings, Mateto mandiro jibaku mana, kalia to pai nodia pathauj. So she said that she wasn't able to actually go to the temple, so she's sending this coconut as offering. And here's another part of the story which is quite astonishing. She, according to accounts, when she left the coconut, it immediately disappeared, and it said that Jagannath himself took it from her hands. And now we'll move on to the story of Bandhu Mohanti. Bandhu Mohanti Bhokore Soi Thanti, Karano Maya Thakura Tanku Bhogatali Bodai Dele. So Bandhu Mohanti was an ardent devotee of Lord Jagannath who used to sleep near the temple, and every night he would sleep starved because he had no money for food. And so after some time, eventually, when he would wake up, there would be food prepared for him left on the floor, and it is said that this is another one of Lord Jagannath's miracles. And even in recent times, there was one devotee who arrived late to Puri, like the district of Puri, for Rath Yatra. And similar to the Salabega story, the chariot actually waited for him to complete his Dandavat rounds around the temple before the festival commenced. So in Odia, the script is Bhakta Dandavat Kari Kari Asuchi, Kalyanku Rath Yatra Dekheva Pai. Bhakta no Ponchala Pajanta, Nandi Ghosha Tikke bhi Agu Gala Nahi. So, as we can see from all these stories about Lord Jagannath, Odia language and Lord Jagannath have a very rich intertwined relationship, and this transcends casteism when it comes to, let's say, Dasya Bauri, or even secularism when it comes to Salabega, who is, even despite being a Muslim and following Muslim traditions up till his death, he is still widely considered one of the greatest Hindu poets in Odisha, and his poems are still sung to this day. So I think this should give you an insight into the world of Odisha, the world of Puri Jagannath especially. And although our tourism sector has been saying for years that we are India's best secret, I don't think Puri Jagannath itself is a secret. I think it is world famous, and but not many people know the rich history behind it and why it is so important for us as youth to conserve the Odia language, so that our future generations are also better able to understand this story and the story of Jagannath, the story of Odisha, and the story of India. Jaya Jagannath, Bande Utkal Janani, Bande Mataram. I'll now pass the time over. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
When Mother Earth is ripe with the harvest and the oceans of paddy sway madly in the wind, the first cut of fragrant grain is offered to Goddess Lakshmi. A jubilant community sings and dances at the prospect of renewed prosperity.
जय भगवती देवी नमो भारत जय भगवती देवी नमो भारत जय भगवती देवी नमो भारत जय पाप विनाशिनी बहुफल देवा जय पाप विनाशिनी बहुफल नमो भारत जय भगवती देवी नमो भारत जय भगवती देवी नमो भारत जय शुभ निशुभ कपाल जय शुभ निशुभ कपाल प्रणमामि देवी नारायणी हरे नमो भारत जय भगवती देवी नमो भारत या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
Thank you.